gonna start doing that because we kind of like get off track whenever I do one. We're gonna keep the live stream geared around the topic. Okay, so the topic is let's talk homesteading. Okay, so that's kind of where I wanna, well, that's where I wanna keep the topic on is homesteading. All right. Let's see. Hey, Miss Telling the Truth. Oh wait, hey Tiki Lynn. Hey Miss Telling the Truth, boss lady. Hey, Leisha McKinley. Hey y'all. So y'all see what the title is. Trying to get myself together. Lamar Daniels, hey. So let's see. Nope. This one. I don't know why mine is so small. Trying to make sure. What is it?
Turn right into the turn.
Oh. All right, so y'all see the title. Let's stay on the title. Let's talk homesteading, okay? The people that I got in here, how many people is actually starting a homestead, already have a homestead? What type of homestead do you have? Is it small? Is it medium? What are your goals for homesteading? What are some, and keep in mind, everybody homestead differently. There's no right and wrong way. I am so sick of saying that there is no right and wrong way, but due to everything that's going on and stuff, from the weather to the political part of it to all that type of stuff, how many people is actually homesteading? How many people that actually watch MGL is actually homesteaders? That's what I want to know. That's the question right there. How many is actually homesteaders? Okay, that's what I want to know. I see you. I'm trying to see why it's like the. Let's see. It's like it is so. Nope. Wait. Not a daggone thing. Y'all, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Now it's done draw it all the way up. Let me flip y'all around real quick. Trying to see why the font is so small. Let's see. Okay, I see you. You said you are Lamar Daniels. So are y'all doing winter gardens? How many is doing winter garden? Listen, I don't understand, and I can't tell them about what to do, but the people that come in here and just don't say nothing at all, like why? Like why? Okay, that's my question. Why? Leisha says, I'm preparing for mine. I live in a town home. Okay. I do canned food and grow vegetables on my patio as well as prep food. Okay, Leisha McKinley. Okay. Tiki Land say, I try to stock up any kind. I go to the food pantry. Okay, Tiki Land. I see you say, I'm trying to. I see you. You said you're trying to. I see you. I thought you. I remember your name, and I thought you was a homesteader. I thought you was doing the thing, and cause you know a lot about it. I thought you was doing it. I have kale, collards, cabbages, and onions I planted. Okay. I'm gonna turn y'all back around a minute. I'm trying to see why I guess I won't be able to see why my font is so small on here. Like, it's extremely small. I started with the chickens, and they tore my garden up, girl. They ate all my potatoes, ate my sprouts, ate my carrots. They ate everything. So I'm just concentrating on chickens. Got you. That was one of the reasons why. Just one, not the main reason. The main reason, like I said, was too much for me to handle by myself, having the chickens. But when I did, if y'all remember the video where I actually let them out, them and them ducks was over there. I mean, turn my garden up. And they wasn't getting in the buckets or the stuff I had in ground, like scratching it. And now they were going over there taking what they wanted, eating all the leaves off from it. Photosynthesis was not going to be able to happen. It wasn't going to have no leaves. They was over there just like, everywhere I went to harvest, especially when I was everywhere I went to harvest, here they come over there just like, okay, she over here, this must be good. And there they go, just standing by my feet, just turn the leaves up. Like, what? So I understand. One of the reasons why I do quails. So I hope you're able to keep your chickens, but if you find that they become too much, try quails. Quails, they don't need the free range. I don't let my quails free range, because you let them free range, you may not have them. Okay, they too small to let free range, so you can get so many in a coop. They don't need nothing to perch on, none of that stuff. They stay too low to the ground. They stay on the ground. They are very cold tolerant. Less maintenance. So that's one reason why I stick to the quails. Because the chickens was just too much. I enjoyed the eggs. They are some characters and all that, but I am enjoying the quails too. When I go out there, I mean, they will sit and look at you and chill. They lay back and relax. You know, you go out there, like, they literally, when we doing yard work, that's why I'm so glad it's gonna be like 68 degrees. I can continue to get some stuff done. When you doing yard work, man, they go get them some food and get them a little drink of water, and they go post up, and they be watching, and they be looking at each other like they having a conversation, like they saying, look at this fool, what's she doing, who she thinks she, it'd be funny, and then they try to show out when you go in the coop. But my thing too, they small and they manageable, you know. So I have fell in love with the quails. And y'all know I talk about the quick turnaround with them. I can harvest them really quick. So yeah. So keep that in mind, you know. But I understand with the chickens. I understand. I had to make a greenhouse so they could be okay, my girl, in my garden, girl. So I'm building a greenhouse for the winter, so I have some sprouts. You reminded me, I got some sprouts that I need to start. Not sprouts. I don't know if they consider the same. I don't think, but microgreens, honey. When I think of sprouts, I'm thinking about microgreens. I'll probably get them started tomorrow. But you made me think about it when you said sprouts. But I understand, honey. Let's see. The font on this is just so small. Let's see. Them things ate my asparagus plants. They ate my artichoke plants. They ate my watermelon vines, my watermelon flowers. So I got to start next spring full force. But I got on my seat. Well, I'm gonna tell you this year, since I have the greenhouse now, and anything can change with the weather, but I'm gonna start my seedlings for spring early. If I have to repot or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna start them early, okay? And just go from there. But another reason too is I'm trying to grow things that's spring and summer in the greenhouses. And I haven't made my decision on everything yet, but I'm thinking as I'm talking to y'all. But there may be some even more changes to some things. Because one thing about it, y'all, we can't change the weather. No way you looking at, we can't change the weather at all. The weather is gonna do what it's gonna do, okay? How it's gonna do it. It's gonna do what it's gonna do. We have to adjust to that. And I think that's where a lot of people not really paying attention, is we have to adjust to the weather. The weather is not going to adjust to us, all right? And I understand everybody don't have maybe as much room as the next person or whatnot. So that's why I say in the wintertime, try to grow stuff that you know gonna take frost. There's really cold temperatures without dying off. And in the spring and summer do the same. That's if you have a small area, and you don't have, like, you know, the extras, okay? Make sure you are growing things in your area that can take extreme heat and that can take extreme frost, instead of just doing, you know, some people say cold tolerant crops, okay? Yeah, cold tolerant crops, yeah, they like the cold, but can they take the frost? There is a difference between cold tolerant and frost tolerant. Frost tolerant is cold tolerant and can take the frost. A lot of the cold tolerance, some can take the frost and some can't take the frost. Some things, especially excessive frost, some things just, you know, don't make it. So need 1 second. Okay. Hey, Shatika Woods. Girl, my boys need these eggs, honey. That eggs for boys is protein and packed with some of them 6 to 12 eggs a day. I got you. Yes, we building a structure and making sure the light is funny. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Cynthia Murray. Hey, honey. All right, let's see. So nobody else in here is building a homestead. 28 people in here. Nobody else in here is building a homestead. Oh well. Okay, so it was something I was finna say. Mm, all right. All right, 26 people in here. I was trying to talk about homesteading. Ain't too many saying nothing, so if you want to stay in here, you can stick around. But I'll talk when y'all talk. When people have something to say, I'll talk then. Until then, I'm gonna sit here and just relax. I'll leave this on, and y'all can chill too. Did this thing just stop on its own? I think that's the one. I bought an acre and started. Ooh, you bought you an acre of land. I see you. Oh my goodness. One day I'm gonna be able to do that. One day, one day, one day, I'm gonna be able to do that. No, no, no. We moved to the acre being a trailer, and then we started from there. So now we homestead and stocking up food and supplies for when it get back, cause it's bad. Yeah, and that's another thing. That's why y'all notice I haven't been talking about what's going on. That's why I said I want to keep it towards homesteading, staying on topic, because y'all, I found myself spending more time, you know, talking about what's going on, and that's time and energy that I could be preparing for what's going on. And that's the main thing. If y'all haven't noticed, I've been in full force for his home, trying to get my homestead together, trying to make sure I'm set up in the right way, because one thing we need is food, and we need good food. We need healthy food, and that is just one thing that you're just not going to get around. You know, you can get around not having some necessities, some essential items, but food, you're not going to get food and water. You're going to need that, okay? And I see it setting up. A lot more people saying, let me tell y'all something. Have y'all not noticed? Have anybody not noticed how many people is actually starting to see what's going on? There's a lot of people that I have started noticing is actually getting into the gardening, the homesteading. So many more people. There's still a lot of people that's not doing it, but I'm seeing around me when I go to, Lowe's and stuff, I'm seeing it, people stand and they talk about it and this, that, and the other. I'm very approachable, I guess, because people have no problem with. I can tell when somebody want to say something, they'll just start looking at me, kind of smiling, like, and then they'll go ahead, and they are literally into a lot of people saying it. Even when we out and about, you see gardens everywhere now, and you used to didn't really see. If you saw gardens, be in the spring, summer, but I'm starting to see where people is getting ready for their fall garden. Like, people is like fall and winter garden. People is like literally and I'm gonna tell you, me getting that greenhouse, well, Oronde getting that greenhouse for me was a game changer. I didn't expect that. But now when I sit back and I'm looking and looking and looking, I'm like, okay, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. As I look at other things, I'm like, okay, yeah, they paying attention too. They paying attention to this. Weather has been too crazy. It's like you go from everything expensive or the production of it is not good, so we start, people start growing their own food and stuff, and then the weather is out of control. Either it's too hot or too cold, freezes and stuff in areas that don't normally get freezes, which I always say it's the first time for everything. So just because you never got a freeze in the area or whatnot does not mean you will never get it. Okay. So I'm like, okay, all right, I get it. I see what I need to do. I see what I need to do. So I am trying to make it better. And that's another thing. When you homesteading, it's already a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So trying to make things easier, um, trying to make things easier, it's a process. But we gotta do it, or we'll end up running ourselves down. At the beginning, it's tiring, okay? It's very tiring. But just think about what you're gonna get from it once you get it going and get doing what you gotta do or whatnot. Because these people, I'm gonna say this society is not gonna care about whether you eat or drink. People these days are so freaking evil and all about themselves. A lot of people. I'm not gonna say everybody, but a lot of people is so evil and all about themselves. They're not gonna help you. They're not gonna help you. There's people that probably could see you starving and down, barely can go, and probably will walk right past you and won't give you a bite to eat, because all they're gonna be worried about is themselves. I'm not that type. You probably hear people say, well, I'm not gonna help nobody. They believe them. When you hear people say, I'm not gonna help nobody, you should have helped yourself. One thing I have to say, what if God say that to us? Well, I'm not gonna help you because you did this in your life. We're not God. We're not nowhere near God, as human beings. But sometimes you hear a lot of people say, well, I know I ain't gonna be helping nobody because they should have been helping themselves. You gotta understand, you could lose everything you have, and somebody may have to help you. So be careful. The tongue is very powerful in the things that it say. Me, I don't have that type of, it's been known, and I done told this a lot. It came down one time, I end up fighting this person and helping this person, the same person, the next week. Yeah, back in my day, I end up fighting this individual, and it wasn't even my fault. But this individual just did not like me because I'm gonna tell you what it was. Apparently, I had a man that she didn't, that she I guess used to date. I didn't even know this chick. But I ended up fighting this chick because she approached me, you know, and I have to defend myself. And then ended up seeing this chick a week later, down and out. Went to her, gave her some money. That's where it stopped. Here. And it was in the store. I was on one aisle and I heard her on the phone. I didn't know who it was. Heard her on the phone and she was trying to get hot dogs and bread for like 6 kids. A pack of hot dogs and bread for 6 kids now. So I ended up giving her money and walked off. Never had a problem. Nothing again. That's just me. And sometimes people will take advantage of that. People take advantage of that. And sometimes I be like, you know what? I ain't hitting people. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. And then I go back and I do it because that's not me. So when I hear people say, well, you should have stocked up and you should have did this and you should have did that. So I ain't happy. Come to my house when things get bad. I'm not giving you nothing. Gotta watch your mouth. Because that same house, God forbid, something can happen. You lose everything you got. And then you really ain't got nothing to give to nobody else. We shouldn't be like that. You know, I understand how people are, so you may get that mentality or whatnot. But at the same time, it shouldn't be like that, you know? Because, like I say, we know we're near God, but what if God say, I'm not going to help you because you done messed up this many times. I'm not going to help you because you did this and you knew better. I'm not going to do this because of that. You got to watch your mouth. So when I'm doing things, I would never say, now you come to my house and this time needed, you need something. I'm not going to give you a whole, you know, feast. But I am going to give you what's nutritional, and going to stick to your ribs. If you that down and out and that hungry, some oatmeal will be real good to you right about then and there. Okay? Good old oatmeal, some bread, you know. I may even have to give you a couple quails, and I'll tell you how to butcher it. You better go and do exactly what I say. I ain't doing it for you, but that's your meat. You know, I would never say I wouldn't help somebody in need. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that. I cannot say that. So the vision that I have, it's not just for my household. It's not just for my household. When I was able to 2020, I donated a lot of fruits and vegetables to the Salvation Army little thingy. And it's crazy. It was people. I was working at Walmart. Was it 20? No, it was 2020. But when I was working at Walmart, it was some ladies at Walmart that I knew was not down and out. And they was volunteering at that Salvation Army. And time I came with the fresh fruits and vegetables, they took them. They took it. They was over in the box just going crazy. Ooh, I'm going to take this home, put this in my car. And I'm like, you still work at Walmart and I know what you getting paid. And then all this the stimulus check and all this stuff. And you taking it from, it would be a lot of older people, like elderly people when we went, right? Like old people, like on canes and stuff. We talking about in their 70s, 80s, 80s, 90s, probably knocking 90-year-old was coming there for that assistance. They couldn't work no more. And these, I shouldn't say that, but the only thing I can say, these old pole cats was up there taking the stuff. And that's when I stopped. No, I'm not finna do that. This is meant for the people that really is in need. And these people, I mean, they was up there. What, it was like, was it 2 that we knew from Walmart that I know for sure was just working at Walmart just to get out the house, volunteering just to get out the house. Didn't need the money at all, but because they was fresh vegetables out the garden, they didn't care about. And imagine that stuff come in, because when I would go and drop the stuff off, you know, they would have all this stuff around. And it was some good stuff. It was some good stuff. I know they had one of them boxes and took out everything they wanted or whatnot. And, left most of the not good stuff, and then the older people come through and you had to kind of scavenge through what the volunteers done left. And I'm talking about the ones that really just did not. It's sad. So what that tell you people will do for you when things get extremely hard? They not gonna care. Everybody don't have a good mindset towards people, So my vision and the things that I'm doing right now, when y'all see these videos that's coming out now, it's all about homesteading. It's literally all about homesteading. Because I have a lot that I gotta do. And in my mindset, like I say, I'm not just thinking about my household. I'm also thinking about, I'm up here. All my family's in Mississippi. You never know. Something can go wrong. You never know. You never know. I got brothers, uncles, my mama, everybody is down there. You never know. We don't have a big family. On my mama's side, we don't have a big family. It's just mainly my grandma kids. She had 7 kids. It is mainly my grandma kids, my brothers, which I have 2 brothers, my brothers, and their kids or whatnot. And, I have just a lot that I have to think about, My brothers may have, I have one brother that's incarcerated. So, I never know how that will go when he get out. I don't know. I'm just like, I can't just think about my household. I have to think about if something happened down there and family got to come up here. We gotta eat, that's more mouths and stuff. Or if I meet that person that may be down on their luck or whatnot, and y'all know I have empathy. That's one of my biggest problems, because I can feel people, and I know when they down on it, and they don't have to say anything. And I know myself, I will go into trying to give, and trust me, I done got a couple times by giving, and they played me. They didn't really need, so I guess that was a little bit of an empathy fail. But I guess not, because someone was homeless. And I guess it was, and even though they didn't use it for what they said they would use it for, they still was down on their luck because they was homeless. So I can't even say that's a fail. Maybe that was the empathy part of the fact that I knew for a fact that they was homeless. So, but I feel like sometimes we need to dig deep within. And just because you homesteaders, I understand it's not just about your household. And if you got those family members that's not doing what you feel like they should be doing, just be happy that God gave you the mindset to do what you're doing, because you may be able to help, because everybody's different. Everybody's not gonna have the same mindset. We just don't. So be happy that you have that mindset, because you could not have that mindset. It could be where you don't have that mindset, but since you do, you're able to help someone else that may be in need, whether it's family, friends, or somebody you just don't know. So I just want to say that right there. I don't think I can. It got to the point where one time I was like, I see what y'all mean now, but I felt so bad later. I'm like, that's not me. I can't do that, because deep down within, somebody come and they hungry and stuff, and I can help them. I'm going to help. It just is what it is. And then I done been there where I had to rely on food bank and different things. So be careful what you say. All right, it's going all the way on there. I don't want to get the back. I'm still gonna get the front of the base. Okay, y'all. We going on base, so I have to bring y'all down. I can't film on base for anybody that's new. Not supposed to film on base, especially towards the front gate part. Let's see.
How's it going, fella?
It's going, so alright, y'all have a good one.
You too.
That's why I decided to come now. Start early the homestead because a lot of my family think that Uber Eats and fast foods and the grocery store is going to be open forever. I understand. I see you. Cynthia Murray said, I garden in the spring and summer and stock up more in the fall. Okay. Stock up more in the fall and winter because of the cold weather here. Got you, Cynthia. Y'all, let me tell you, certain parts of this base, huh? You sure when we get on the other one, it ain't gonna be nothing crazy? Okay, he's saying I can put all up. I'm on base, but the part I'm going shouldn't be nothing sensitive. But I may lose service. So if it start thinking, y'all, please bear with me. Just wait, because I'm not gonna end the live stream, but I do know this part, the service kind of go out. As soon as I get to where the service is good, it'll be like an in and out, then it'll come back, okay? Let's see. Kalitha Tate, hey, Dragon Queen number 1 says, hey, Dragon Queen number 1. Yes, I'm the only one in my family. None of my friends do this. Wow. Afternoon, everyone. I feel not special like that, like we better than anybody, but I feel like homesteaders are special, especially when you don't have like family and friends that do it and you can't get them to do it. I feel like we're special. I feel like it's something in us that gets it. I guess you could say something like that. That gets it. That's just like, or either. Now I'm not saying God did this, but I'm saying, or either it could be that God maybe made sure that we, how to put this, God could have directed us in that way, picked us to direct us in that way. And if y'all looked at that short that I did where it was titled He Knows, and that was one of my spiritual songs. From those of you that do not know, I grew up Jehovah's Witness. I'm not a baptized witness, but that is my family faith. Well, some people in my family faith, but it was how because some people has asked me, it's like, why you don't celebrate Christmas? I have said that so many times. It's not just Christmas. I don't celebrate holidays at all. Okay. Like I said, I'm not baptized in it. I am trying to get back to that so I can be baptized in it. I've never been baptized in my faith. So I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. And for some reason, I have noticed too, a lot of people don't like that. Let me tell you something. I don't talk about nobody else's religion. So I feel like if you consider yourself a Christian, you don't judge me by mine. And one thing that I was taught, never point fingers at no one religion. Okay. Some of you have asked me, is Oronde of my religion? No, he's not. He's Baptist. And some of you have wondered, because some of you know about my faith, you have wondered, how am I married to him? I'm not baptized. As when, if I was baptized, then no, I wouldn't be able to marry anyone outside of my religion. Okay, that's a difference. A lot of people be saying stuff and don't even know. Another question that I'm gonna get off in this be like, oh, you don't believe in God and Jesus. I don't know where you got that from. I don't know where you got that from. But yes, I do believe in God and Jesus, two different people. Okay, some people said I don't understand it. But if you don't know my faith, then I feel like if you consider yourself a Christian, you shouldn't point your finger at my faith or at me, or whatever. And I know I say some things, and I have to get some people together sometime, and they be like, "Oh, well, no." It's the difference. I practice my faith. I have my faith in mind, but I'm not baptized in my faith. So sometimes I do get out of character, because people I gotta learn not to let people take me there, even though people has been trying to. Because I'm trying to better myself. We always can better ourselves. Okay, I'm focused. Okay, I'm focused on what I gotta do. So yeah, so don't do that. Okay, don't do that. All right. Don't point fingers. If you say you're a Christian, that's not the godly way. All right. All right. So yeah, so like, even because of that, if Oronde wanted to put up a Christmas tree and decorate outside, I can't say nothing about that. You know, that's his religion. I think he's Baptist. He considered himself Baptist. Okay, so yeah, two different religions. I wasn't baptized. I'm not baptized witness. So especially now, I can become one because I'm already married. Okay, but I wouldn't go into being one and then go into a relationship like that. Okay, so that's the difference. I can go into being one. I'm already married. I don't, that has nothing to do. His faith one bothers on. He don't hinder me from practicing my faith, and he don't do that. So hope that answers y'all questions. People be picking, man, be picking. So back to the homestead part. That's the thing right there, is we got to make sure that we are doing what we, and that's another thing. Let me see. This time of the year, a lot of people do stop gardening and stuff. I was trying to figure out, like, why. I know it's dark outside, but it's extra dark on my face. Cause girl, the sun was out when I first started there. Cause girl, you got on shades, that's why. Let me put on my extra eyes, my regular extra eyes, because I can't see nothing. Okay, without them. Okay. Hey Ralph, y'all love you. Just wanted to shout you out. Thank you, Ralph. Thank you so much. Thank you. Lamar said, I'm not a Jehovah's Witness, but I don't celebrate holidays either. Okay, yeah, I've heard some people that's not it's not a Jehovah's Witness. Some people still don't celebrate holidays. So yeah, I understand. It shocked me at first, because I thought everybody probably did if they was, of another religion. But I've been hearing some people don't celebrate holidays and they're not of that faith. So, I understand. Two things I would, even though I'm not, like I say, baptized in my faith, two things I would not do is celebrate holidays and take blood, nor give blood. I would not do that. When I had my surgery, that was one thing we had to get straight. Before going to OR, my surgeon was amazing, because that was one thing she asked me. Did I have any, what they call it, SIP requirements or something like that? And I said, yeah, I don't take blood. And she was so nice, because if I was a baptized witness, I would have had a no blood card. But since I'm not, I called my uncle. It's like, can you talk to this surgeon? And she was so nice about even doing that. Just amazing. She talked to him. She explained to him what they have that could substitute for blood for me if I needed it. And he verified it, but it still was my choice. He didn't make the decision for me. It's still my choice. I have to make that decision. I just wanted him to verify that there was no blood in it. And he verified that, so I made the decision. Something happens, I do not take blood. And they put it on my record. They made sure they had the substitute. Thank God I did not need any blood. Okay, I didn't need any blood. Same thing with me having Kylie. I needed blood and I denied it. At that time, well, that was 2010. At that time, they didn't have the substitute at the hospital, and they kept trying to tell me, take blood, you need it. I was so freezing cold, like I had turned pale. And all I remember is the doctor come in. He's like, he almost took them doors down. He ran in with this big sack. He was like, they got it here. So I guess they had to have it like flown or something from another hospital. He was like, they just started hooking it to me. It was like, we got the substitute. I know it was clear. so I knew it wasn't blood. And they hooked me up to it. I had to stay in recovery for a little bit, and I guess until I got my color and stuff back. I don't know what was going. I guess I hemorrhaged or something. I don't know. After having her, but they was like, you need to take this, you need to take this, and that's why I say that for a reason. I didn't take it. They thought something else was gonna happen if I didn't take it. I didn't take it. They got the substitute there, and what that hospital has had it since then. Yep, ever since. Cause they didn't carry it. Ever since that right there, they've had the substitute for blood. That's crazy. That was 2010 when I heard. That's crazy. Like, yeah. So those are the things. I won't give blood, I won't take blood, and I won't celebrate holidays. That's like, despite everything else I do that I ain't supposed to do, those I will not do. Nope. No. So anyway, wait, it stopped, or did it go down? All right, so back to the homestead thing. I say all that to say, Ralph said right. Ralph, what you mean? I don't know if the message was delayed or what. It just popped up and said right. Oh, I understand, Miss. Okay, got you. So back to the homestead situation, because I'm trying to stay on there. I feel like I'm thankful that us homesteaders, I'm trying to say this the right way. You know, some people, even with me, I've always known how to garden and homestead and stuff. But it was, let me see, I had all the kids. So I had the last child, 2010. We were still living on base. And so I couldn't do stuff in the backyard. We had a screen in each housing was like two conjoined, but they were separate. But it was just like two on the same building thing. And we had the screen in porches in the back. And I started gardening then. Well, you know, I started like doing it, like gardening back up, I guess, because I hadn't gardened since a child. But that's one thing, once you learn, you don't forget. And really, y'all, when you gardening, it's no right and wrong way. It's trial and error. It's you figuring out what works best for you. It's no right and wrong way to garden. I mean, you growing plants. Nature pretty much does it. If you watering, and you know the rest of it, the plant do it. You know, you take care of it and look for diseases, look for bugs that should not be there. It should not be like pulling teeth. Anybody can garden and grow, you know. I got my grow lights. I was like, man, how can I get back, you know, to doing what I used to do, you know, growing up. And I ended up getting grow lights. That was probably like, let me see. I started right after he came back from a deployment. So that was probably 2011. No, I had her too. He came back 2000. Yeah, probably about 2011. Yep, is when I started back up. Grow lights on the back, and I was just growing tomatoes and everything. And then once he got out, it was a lot, because transitioning from military life is just different. I thought we would be straight in like a couple months. No. It took about 2 to 3 years. And then it was just a lot going on. So 2020, I'm like, okay, enough is enough. I need to get back into some soil and all this stuff. And you just don't forget it. It's just that assess where you at, come up with a game plan of how you want to do it, where you want to put stuff, and just have fun with it, okay? Just have fun with it and just grow much as possible. But I think one of the issues is A lot of people grow things that don't grow good in their zone. Just because, like, okay, y'all saw I got the banana plant. Before I got the banana plant, I had to make sure that it grow good in my zone. Everything don't grow good just because one person is growing and it may be warm where they are and it's similar to yours. That don't mean it's gonna grow the same way. And I think people get frustrated and stuff like that because they are expecting it to do that. Hold up, yeah. Okay. Because they are expecting to get the same results from someone else who actually has it, are able to grow it good in their zone. And that right there, it creates a lot of problems. Also, I use my garden for my therapy. Okay, my anxiety and depression and stuff, it helps with that. I use that for my therapy. That's another thing. You're doing a lot of things. You helping with your mental, and I've talked about that a couple times for a couple years, how my mental, I use my garden as my mental relief, I guess you could say. And you growing food to be able to, whether you're just doing it for your family, you're doing it to cut costs, you're doing it to help, be able to help others, or just to be able to survive, grow and process it. Whatever the reason is, you're doing so many things. And my thing is, don't be forced to have to do it. I already be doing it, because I'm gonna be honest, by the time a lot of these people realize what they should have been doing, by the time they realize that they should have been learning how to grow, they should have been getting the things that they need, that stuff is gonna be either two things: extremely expensive or not available. It just is what it is. So one thing that I have learned, and I will say this, if you're having problems with your weather, from what I have learned just in the past couple days, if you're having problem with your weather and you got the room, invest in a greenhouse. One thing, the big one, y'all know I got many small ones, but what I have learned just by hooking this thing up, getting this thing set, is I can control the weather in it. I've been sitting out thinking like, I control the weather in it. I can make it cool, I can make it hot. I can't control the weather on the outside, but I can control the weather in the inside. And that'll allow me to grow things that is not in season. Because when you go to the store and you get stuff that's out of season, it's expensive. I control the weather in the inside. Then when there's a will, there's a way. Okay, so I'm talking to the people that's got the room. When it's raining outside, I can be inside my greenhouse. When it's raining outside, I can be inside my greenhouse. When it's raining outside, and I have done it before, ain't the most pleasant thing. That rain be cold. But I can't be out there in the middle of my garden when it's raining. But I can in that greenhouse. So, I spoke about it wasn't time I couldn't do it on the level as other people or this, that, and the other. I just feel like this was the perfect time, especially with my mindset, and I know what I pray about. I'm going to say that, and I'm going to leave it there. That's between me and God. I know what I pray about, though. And so now it's going to open my eyes, and I can kind of say, man, I wished I would have been doing this a couple years back. And then I had to tell myself it wasn't meant. I needed to go through what I went through to learn from it and know here. But I'm glad I ain't wait till I'm older before I, can go through it now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad that I'm learning it now. But do I wish I would have known it a couple years back? Yup. Do I wish I would have thought about it a couple years back? Yup. Do you think when I was going buying buckets and tarp 2020 with that stimulus money, do you think I wished I would have thought about a big greenhouse then? Yup. Because I sure would have had it. So it's just, sometimes it's just not meant for me to think about that. Maybe I need to go through everything else from that time to make sure I don't backtrack, when it was time for me to do what I'm doing now. So yeah, when I look at all that and everything like that, then it's like, okay, I see it. I see you, Ralph, you laughing. So I done learned to not question it, just kind of go with the flow, okay, and be like, okay, it just wasn't right. It wasn't my time to have it then. But it is now, and now I'm learning so much. And that's another thing with gardening and homesteading. You should be learning. It's like it is with life. You should not be going through life and have no growth. Okay? Is this gonna bother you? It's like life. You should not be going through life and never have any growth. Not growth like financially. That is a plus too. We want to grow financially, but I'm talking about with yourself, mentally, and all that. You shouldn't be going through life if you ain't got no growth, because that just means you might want to change the things and the people in your life if you can't grow. So gardening can be the same way. You're gonna learn different things no matter how old you are. You're gonna learn, like I said, it's trial and error. You're gonna learn these things when you're gardening. Everybody do things differently. I had somebody this person been criticizing me for the last couple of days, and I had to, in the comments, ask them why you've been criticizing me and leaving different comments to my why you do this, why you do that, and I don't know if verbatim, but it was like, why are you handling the roots? I tell them I'm not a rookie at this. Sometimes being too careful with plants and stuff, it becomes stressful. It's a plant, not a human being. It's a living thing, but it's not a human being. It's not a baby. You be careful with a baby. You be careful with elderly people. You be careful with people that you may be happy that maybe you be careful with your plants, but then you ain't gotta be that daggone careful. Like she's like, you broke the root system. I'm like, whatever. Listen, it's how you come at me. I'm not, whatever. But I responded to that person in that way because there's things y'all probably haven't seen. That person had left different videos. Like they just want to start and pick. And like I said, I'm letting everything go through. I'm not taking none out. I respond when I want to respond. And I'm just keeping it moving. That's part of growth. That's that growth I'm talking about. That's part of growing mentally. We all can grow mentally, no matter how old you are. So you in control when you gardening. When you gardening and those plants, you in control. A lot of people say, oh, they cannot grow nothing. They cannot grow nothing. You're not putting the time in it. You already down yourself when you say you can't grow nothing. What they say, practice make perfect. You probably never get it perfect, but if you just I started trying to grow something this season in spring and all my stuff died before the summer. Well, research what you put in that probably couldn't take summer heat. Research how many times did you actually water the plant? Did you water the plant at all? Did you overwater the plant? Research, do this grow in your grow zone? Research, did it take a cold snap? Because you did it spring, was it after the frost? Was there an unexpected frost or something? Research all those things before you say, oh, well, I just give up on it. Because if it messed up in spring, time you found out that they didn't make it, you should have been trying to get you some more seeds or some starts, doing some more research and putting some more in the ground or a container instead of just giving up. My thing is, and sometimes I say it and then I have to kind of like snap out of it. I don't like the word I can't. I get on my son a lot. Y'all know how this generation of kids was. I get on my son a lot. I don't like I can't. That I do not like that phrase, I can't, I don't like. I don't like I can't. Because you down yourself already. And when you go ahead and be quick to doubt yourself, you're not going to try to make yourself, you're not going to push yourself. When I was in school, my 6th grade teacher, he was young. He was, a lot of people knew he was young. We was in 6th grade, so I can't remember like how old. I think he was in his like early 20s or whatever. And he really cool one night until I got that paddle. We friends on Facebook now until I got that paddle one day though. He had some holes in it. And they was like, nah, you gonna paddle her? I was so small. They were wearing, like, kids came to school with extra pants and stuff on. Man, I ain't come to school with no extra pants and all. I was just skin and bones. I went in there and took my paddle like it wasn't that. I was mad with him when I walked out the office. I went down the hallway and I was mumbling something. He called my name. I turned around, rolled my eyes, and kept on going. Like, they in there with tissue in their pants and everything. Man, it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt me, okay? It hurt. But anyway, he had a rule in his class, and it was that same thing. He didn't want to hear I can't. He did not want to hear the word I can't at all. At all. Nope, that was unacceptable. That was unacceptable. So think about that when anything that you're doing, especially in the gardening stuff, because like I say, I hear it so much. I can't grow nothing. Keep trying. I guarantee you it's something simple that you're doing or did not do that kept it from growing. You know, keep trying. If you're able to have a greenhouse, I'm going to tell you, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, and I got plans. I got a lot of things, a lot of eye-opening things, because like I said, I control, and I have, y'all will see I got videos, I'm backed up on videos, and I got it like that for a reason, because in order for me to do what I gotta do, I gotta make sure I'm ahead of the game, okay? So I have it like that for a reason, but y'all will get it. I'm telling you now, I'm loving it because I control it. Some people said in here, the weather is iffy, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm seeing a lot of people is going that route. I'm talking about here, like physically, when I'm passing by, I'm seeing it, I'm seeing it, I'm seeing it, and it's like, wait, seeing people putting them together, I'm like, wait, I know why you're doing it now, because now I done got a little taste of it. I understand the weather is too crazy. You control it. You control that. So now I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, because one thing I'm learning, you still have to keep the condensation down. You still have to make sure that it's not too hot for things. You still got to make sure that you can't grow everything in there amongst other things, because some things need, you know, chill time. Some things need more warmth. Something, listen, the homestead is not for the lazy. Some people probably ain't gonna like me saying that, but I'm being honest. Homesteading is not for the lazy. You can't go and just throw this and do this and do this and don't try to learn. Homesteading is also about learning. And y'all know I'm not big on Google like that. I will research. But when I research, I pick out what's reasonable and where you just trying to get me on this site so I can give you more money. And then I kind of do it my own way. I do MGL style. I'm gonna do it my way on it, not the way directly that they say to do it. I don't follow directions like that. So that's how I do it. But you have to research and learn, you know, for certain things. And so it's not for the lazy. And that's why I feel like us that homestead, that actually homestead, that's what I mean right there. I feel like, you know, because if everybody was homesteading, everybody is different, then you're gonna have some people that's just, they not into it, so they're not gonna put forth the effort. They're not gonna do what they gotta do to, you know, make sure everything is done right. and they're gonna be lazy, and it's gonna be an epic fail. An epic fail. Okay, so I have my work cut out for me this week. I mean, the guys say the same this winter, because I got quails in the incubator, 72. And once they get close to hatching, probably around, let me see, no, I gotta wait till they hatch. The day that they hatch, let me see, the 17th, the 18th day, 17, 18 days when they should start hatching. Once they start hatching, I'm putting in an order. God said the same for another 60. And he gives extra, so I may have about 72 again. Once I do that, between the ones that hatches, and that's gonna be a lot of quails, you know. Those are my animal of choice on my little homestead. Okay, because I'm doing it in the backyard. That is and due to the area, you know, I got a nice sized backyard to do a lot of stuff. But when it comes to animals, those are my animals of choice. Like I say, the chickens, I'm not finna clip no wings to keep them from flying over no fence. And I could get them now with what my mindset is gonna be, for as how I do things. I won't be worried about them in the garden. But if I look out there and see a chicken sitting on top of my greenhouse, he going in the pot. I ain't doing it. Getting up there, turn my cover and stuff like that, it's going in the pot. Okay, I already know me. You got to go, buddy. You and whoever else is going in the pot. So I ain't even finna do that, because I know I ain't finna clip no wings. And I know I'll look up there and find one. Like if I still had my chickens, the little Baldy, she would have been the first one up there on that. Little Baldy would have been the first one up there. The smallest, the bald spot. I don't know what was going on with that chicken, but that chicken was the baddest one out there. Okay, and she laid like crazy. She just was miniature and had bald spot. Couldn't keep no tail feathers. Just bald. Okay, she probably would have been the first one up there. You know what? If she would have been the first one up there, I want to put in this pot, because the way she was looking, I didn't want to eat her. I wouldn't want to eat her. I eat her eggs, but I wouldn't want to. She just like, poor little thing. She was just off. But I'm just being honest. So, homesteading is a must. Okay, if you can stock up on cotton, gin, trash, make it great compost. Oh Lord, I done turned y'all around. Hold on. Thank you, PNG. Oh, hey, PNG. Trying to see. Me either. I can't. That word, I can't. I'm not a big fan. Got you, Ralph. Exactly. Hey, Sydney Watson. I don't know what you wrote. Say you retracted your message, but hey, you can stock on cotton gin, trash. It makes great compost. Oh, Lamar, you said a lot. Y'all just don't understand how. Y'all just don't understand my mindset. And I think a lot of it too is because y'all have noticed, and y'all been in the comments saying it, Oronde just out the blue just start helping, like, just start, helping me with different stuff. I ain't complaining, okay? And that's really done allowed me to do everything that I wanted to do. Okay, everything that I wanted to do. And let me just go ahead and say this. Let me address one more thing, because I just thought about it once I said that. Stop asking me why I'm not wearing my ring. I've been removing those because it's just like people just want to pick. I'm not wearing it because if y'all notice, I used to have a black thing right here. Well, it was starting to change color, okay, because it's plastic. That was a ring sizer. Yes, I know it's been a while, and I did have a talk with him. I'm like, look, I'm not going to resize my ring. That's not my job to resize, get my ring resized. no. But when he first got it, a couple years ago, it was a little big. I'm a 6, and I think that's a 7. So the ring and of course the band needs to be resized. So I took it off. I said, look, I'm not gonna be on there, and I don't like how that looks. So I took it off and put it back in the box or whatever. He's been calling around trying to see who will resize it or whatnot. I told him who will resize it. I don't know if he reached out to them or not, but I'm definitely not gonna do it because that's not my place. Okay, that's not my job to do. And at first I had started the process. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Nope, I'm not doing it. So that's why I have it off, because I don't want to lose it, and I don't want to keep wearing them bands that keep changing, color, them little, them little ring sizer things. So that is why it's like, people, listen, y'all. People divorce, been searching, is Mississippi Girl divorce. Like when you put my name, when you put that in Mississippi Girl life, I pop up all over Google. Okay, and also what pops up, let me see, Kylie did it the other night. She's like, Mom, look, people was apparently has been searching, is Mississippi Girl life divorced? I'm like, what? Like, really? Y'all know when y'all hear content creators say that people be doing their address, people be calling like CPS and stuff on them and saying different things. People be going that hard on content creators. People been searching it. Okay. I guess they've been trying to file a divorce certificate or something. Like, what in the world? So that is why I did not want to keep. I'm big on cleanliness and stuff, and I feel like that thing was catching a lot of stuff. I'm constantly no. So that is why. So I just I'm like, why does it even matter? I'm doing so much. I could have just not been wearing it because I'm doing so much on the homestead. Like, what? So that is why. Okay, if you're watching this and you just gotta keep asking, and it's different accounts, and I feel like it's the same person because I just been taking it out because I don't need a whole thread about that on there. So I'm just like, yeah. But that's why it needs to be resized. Okay, and I don't want to lose them. So, and I'm not wearing those bands no more. I did say I may just go to Walmart until it get resized and just get the little silicone band, because that's what he wears, the little silicone bands or whatnot, and I may just do that. I'm over it. I'm just over it. I'm more focused on this type of stuff. I'm not focused on the material stuff. Okay. So so that's why. But okay, so what is cotton gin trash? Let me Google it, because I may be having a slow moment, but I ain't never heard of that. Oh, you know what? And I be seeing process of cotton leaves. Oh, and we be having a lot of that up here. Okay. Okay, so it's I'm guessing the materials that they cotton gin remove all the excess materials and separate the cash crop from the debris. Okay, I got you. So it's all the stuff that they are separating from the cotton. Okay. It's the band product of clean. Okay, you said it right when I was reading it. Okay. All right. I just never heard of it like this. So, all right. Cotton gin, huh? Oh, it's an accident?
Yes. It just tapped.
Oh. All right. Let's see. Okay, Lamar, I will literally look into that. Literally. Let's see. I was looking at something while I was looking at that. I ended up getting an alert saying a recall alert for ham, pet food, and eye drops. I ain't going to it, but hey, that's what they say. It's best if it sits for a while. Okay, got you. Well, we have a lot of cotton fields here. So probably have to reach out and see what they do with that stuff once they empty. Okay. Thank you for that information. All right, y'all. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and probably end this live right here. Check with your local gym. Okay. Thank you so much, Lamar Daniels. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So no video today. Guys, say the same video tomorrow. Okay. Because I'm not through editing it. I started on it multiple times a day and I didn't finish editing it. So yeah. It's like I say, my videos are a little behind. And I got it like that for a reason. So I can kind of stay ahead, but still show y'all everything because there's so much, y'all. And for those of you that's been asking me for long video, well, y'all getting them now. Because I'm having to even break them down because I will have 3-4 hour long videos and one video be 3-4 hours. And it's because so much is being done. So if you're not getting my notifications, just check the channel. I post almost every day. You know, some days be like this where I don't post today or whatnot, but I definitely post the next day. And that's just because editing takes so long sometimes. I've been pushing out, hour-long videos or a little over or close to, and it still takes so long. It consumes time. So you're doing the filming, you're doing the working. Like when you're working, you're working, and then you're filming at the same time, and then you gotta edit it, and it's just so much. Sometimes I forget that the camera is still filming, and then that makes it even longer when I'm editing, because now I gotta figure out what was good, what was not, what was just maybe 30 minutes of me sitting there just planning stuff that y'all really probably just don't want to just see 30 minutes of me just planning stuff. But now I gotta find that breaker in that scene. I gotta do. It's time consuming, okay? So bear with me. I'm showing y'all everything, how we expanding the homestead, because that's what it is. I have so many different things. Hopefully y'all can take some of the ideas, and it's going in a direction. I know the direction I want, but I am literally learning to just slow down and let God drive me into the direction without me trying to jump and go in the direction like the way I want to go in the direction, or like not the way I want to go as fast as I want to go, because I notice when I do that, it's like something, no, come back, you're moving too fast. So that's what I'm doing. I am just going with the flow, okay, for the first time in my life. It seemed like, without trying to be on top of everything this that gets stressful and overwhelming. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. I enjoyed talking to y'all, to the ones that actually wanted to talk, okay? Yeah, y'all be safe. Make sure y'all are growing. Then remember this, you don't have to wait till spring and summer. Put on some layers. It's cold outside, put on some layers and do what you gotta do. And thank you, Lamar, that